Hello guys, in today's YouTube video we're going to be reading the TWAB. At 1 p.m. I released a YouTube video detailing what, might be happening in the TWAB. Now we're going to get into what the actual TWAB is. As we get Bungie, we have seen written a short novel about upcoming weapon changes, or upcoming weapon sandbox changes. Hello dear reader, I'd like to kick this TWAB off with a quick advice. Never end your draft phase with your introduction. I've been kicking this thing around for 15 minutes now, trying to figure out the best way to launch into yet another mega TWAB worth of sandbox information. We've got quite a few changes planned for next season, and we're excited to start spreading the word. Let's keep our conversation about the live game short and sweet, shall we? It's been an interesting week to say the least. Master difficulty for Vows of Sevel is kicked off. With just a few short weeks left before Guardians begin to claim their raid titles. Grandmasters continue to push the limits of player skill, buildcraft, and general gameplay strategy. Iron Banner has come and gone. Trials of Assassin returns this Friday with some light changes to the post-launch experience. There's still quite a bit to do, especially if you're trying to finish off fresh triumphs released with the Witch Queen and Rise, or Season of the Risen. All said, we're having a good time and hope you are too. Let's see. That's Big Sandbox. In Season 17, the Sandbox team is making changes across all aspects. Here are the weapons, or the weapon team's goals to support that. Introduce levers to tune how players build for Airborne gameplay. Destiny has extremely fluid, expressive Airborne movement, but that movement must be balanced against players' groundless and become oppressive. We want players who enjoy playstyle be able to build into it. They'll have to make tough choices about what they leave behind to do so. Successfully engaging there will no longer be as simple as put an Icarus script on it. But the upside, so what? Are they like removing Icarus script? That makes me feel that I feel like they're removing Icarus script. Allow players to mitigate for flinch. Excessive flinch is a frequent complaint from players. Most importantly, when using a primary and taking large chunks of damage from enemies, players should be able to invest in flinch resistance, and base flinch should be lowered on primary weapons. But hand-tuned per archetype so that the weapons that need flinch resistance have the easiest access to it. Reduce the number of one-hit kills in PvP. Sandbox overall wants to reduce the number of one-hit kills in PvP, shifting combat more towards primary gunplay. Alright. Addressing common feedback on weapons across all game modes. Each season, the weapons team look at legendary and exotic weapons that are underperforming. Make adjustments. Season 17 will be a larger pass than usual, with more of a focus on underused weapons and PvP balance. With our goals stated, let's get into the meat of it all. First up, glaives. Glaive melee should activate perks that trigger off those. Okay, that's good. Alright, these are all like good changes to glaive, so that's good. I know glaives right now are kind of underpowered, so aim detection on receiving damage, typically called flinch, is a common point, particularly on primary weapons. We've rebuilt the stability weapon stat to grant flinch resistance in addition to its other effects, with a massive flinch resistance of 10 to 25% depending on weapon archetype. With this change, players can build for flinch more easily on weapons that feel flinch more than others and less so. Okay. Here's the breakdown for flinch resistance with 100% or stability, 25. Okay, handguns 15. What is going on here? Okay, wild buffed by Rally Barricade. Okay, resilience character stats now grants flinch resistance. Okay, so I would be, what, 6% since I have 60? That's pretty cool, actually. That's an added bonus to resilience. I think that's only going to make, like, Sentinel Titans and stuff stronger, which I'm not looking forward to. We've added a new weapon stat, Airborne Effectiveness, which is present on all weapons except those where being airborne effectiveness. Character will still have, or will have a smaller accuracy penalty than retail, but will have significantly lower aim assist. Okay, with significantly lower aim assist. These are such weird changes. Okay, yeah, so you're gonna have perfect inner accuracy on like all weapons then, pretty much. Is this like an armor stat? Yeah, it's on exotics too. What this means overall is that you'll get fewer misses due to randomness from the accuracy cone while airborne, but reliance on aiming is much higher at a low stat. To make this easier, you will need to build into airborne. With decent aim, you will land more body shots instead of crits. Airborne effectiveness stat comes from 3 sources: weapon, subclass. Okay, from 3 sources. So they explain it here: weapon, subclass, and armor. The weapons base airborne effective stat, with ranges varying from 0 to 10, 0 to 30, depending on the weapon archetype. Exotic weapons typically get bumped up higher stat than legendaries in that archetype, unless they're already extremely strong. Icarus Grip, Adept Icarus Grip, plus 15. Alright, so I'm definitely using Adept Icarus grip. I think it's weird that Adept Icarus and Icarus both give the same stat bonus. I guess you get 5 range with Adept Icarus. So. Okay, so higher tiers of legendary weapons, like time loss weapons and stuff like that, are going to be getting higher base inner accuracy or whatever. It's looking like it's definitely a buff to just weapons in general in the sandbox, so that's interesting. Okay, oh wow, they're making snipers really low. I didn't catch that. Yeah, it's okay. Shotguns are 5, snipers are 5. Oh my god. Oh, they made Stompies minus 50? Armors that revolve around being airborne or work on specific weapons grant a bonus or penalty in the 50 to 40. Okay. Oath Keepers? They made it 40? Oh. Why would they do that? Man, there's gonna be so many bows next season, probably. And then they buffed Peacekeepers as well. Love that. I'm so confused. They buffed Line Rampants, which is like in air. They buffed Peacekeepers, which is like Titan. It's a Titan movement exotic, right? If I'm understanding correctly. But then they just like, I mean, Stompy's got absolutely murdered here. I mean, that's a good nerf to it, though, I think, actually. And then Ophidian. What are Ophidians? I don't see that anywhere. Ophidians 10 to all. Okay. Redacted. Plus 30 to fusion rifles and linear fusions. What? Boots the Assembler? Plus 30 to Lumina. That's a pretty interesting one, actually. I like that. Oh yeah, Peacekeepers is plus 40. I understand now. It's plus 40 to SMG guns, so it's like... Okay. Skyburner's Oath. I don't know why they did an example with this gun. That's funny to me. Alright, this is a pretty interesting graph here. Let's see. The Stompies is right here at, what, 50? Is that what this is? Yeah, DMT and Line Rampants just got, like, buffs, I guess. Okay, playlist weapons drop from Gambit. Crucible strike older weapons are available from vendors. Okay, following the recent changes, we've opted to change the stat display on weapons to more clearly reflect their capabilities. All weapon stat bars now range 0 to 100 instead of being reflected. Okay, I like it. It's a lot of UI and like just informing the players about stats. I like a lot of these changes. I think it's good that they're getting into like letting us know these airborne stats and stuff. They just hate Stompies. One kills and special ammo. Hold on, I steal Monarch. There are several damage buff external to weapons that allow you to one-hit kill without investment, such as aggressive framed snipers, with high impact reserves, Ariana's Vow, or Le Monarch. Specifically when combined with an external 20 damage buff. As an example, Empowering Rift can give many snipers one-hit body shot capabilities in Crucible. Most of these use the same buff under the hood, so we've adjusted them all at once. With these changes, it's going to be rare to get an easy one-hit kill with a weapon that wouldn't typically allow it. Reduce the damage bonus for Empowering Rift, High Energy Fire, Inertia Override from 20% to 15. Okay, that's good, I guess. We'll take that. Disable. Oh, wow. In addition, we want to make less plentiful disabled ammo scavenger armor mods in PvP. No matter how much ammo a player was carrying on death, if you pick up a special ammo brick, you can only get one. Okay, that's good, actually. I mean, that's pretty much all they needed to do right there. Lord of Wolves got nerfed? Oh, where is that? Let me see that. Special weapons have a slightly larger airborne than primaries. Okay, so yeah, no, the special weapon nerf, like them nerfing in-air accuracy is really huge because that's something I wanted to happen to Lord of Wolves, and that will be happening, so. Snipers have less access to ammo than shotguns and fusion rifles, where kills drop ammo right in front of you, so we think ammo scarcity will prevent snipers from spiking. Dude, they're going crazy here. Okay, slug and pellet shotguns are still overwhelmingly popular in PvP despite some recent changes, so we've touched them again with the goals of encouraging some diversity in special weapon choice. We're keeping an eye on the chain, or on this change, since we've touched shotguns multiple times recently and will be adjusted if needed. With the changes, we expect to have a shorter one-hit kill distance, but still be effective in that short-range kill roll. This change should reduce one-hit kill distance by 0.5 because the importance of spread angle is this high as damage fall off, and this has not been touched. Reduced damage fall off. Okay. Fusion rifles. Let's see. Fusion rifle usage is trending pretty high, particularly in trials, and bringing shotguns down a little more would make them too good an option. So we've made a global change. With these changes, 20 plus meter fusion rifle one-hit kills should be very uncommon through a combination of damage. Okay. Reduced fall off. Alright. Okay. Love all these changes here. Wait, reduced unmodified high impact charge time. Increased damage. Yeah, high impact reserve, like the high impact fusions are horrible. They do the least damage and have the worst charge time. Like it's silly. Increased unmodified. Wait, why'd they increase the charge time? What? Wait, they made it longer. Okay, I'm trolling. I thought they made it shorter. I was like, what? So they're increasing charge time on precision and rapid fire, and then reducing it Okay, there we go. I feel like I was misspeaking as well. It's good news. They're nerfing fusions for sure. Besides Divinity, trace rolls aren't as popular in hard content as we want them to be. Particularly, we want damage type. Okay. Okay, this is for PvP, I think. Increased ammo pickup. Alright. Auto rifles and pulse rifles aren't as competitive as we'd like them at mid-range, and lightweight pulse rifles are hard to use in their optimal time to kill. With each change, we expect autos and pulses. Okay, increased damage fall off. Alright. Increased range from 15 to 16. The 450 RPM of pulse was definitely struggling for sure. That was the worst one, so that's good that they're making that change. Zoom is important. Factor on SMGs. There are some machine guns with low zoom don't feel competitive in PvP. Reduced the variance in zoom and brought the base zoom up from 13 to 14 and extended the damage fall off distance. With these changes, several standard zoom SMGs will be more competitive, but this does make the inaccessible SMG with the highest perks rate RNG multi-mac compete less with auto rifles, and it will no longer straight up outclass every other SMG. That's good. We like adaptive SMGs and are starting to make them again, but in their current form, they kill a little too fast with buy shots, so we reduced. Okay, that's good. Precision frame hand cannons have always been good, while Airborne. Okay, so they reduced the Airborne accuracy. This means if you had a Frontier Sky with an Icarus grip on it, you would be at 19 plus 25. Machine guns still aren't what we want them to be in PvE. Okay, this is good. They like don't ever talk about LMGs, and it's something that I've been talking about for a bit. LMGs in PvE and PvP are like probably one of the most worthless weapons, so let's see what they say here. Increased damage by 40% against PvE enemies, 20% versus bosses. Xenophage and Grand Overture receive this buff, except for the bonus versus bosses. Okay, so they're making them more of like an ad clearer weapon, I guess. So that's good. Rocket launcher subfamilies, precision frame, minus 10 damage. Okay, no changes. Aggressive and adaptives got a 10% damage buff. So aggressive and adaptives. I don't know what rockets are aggressive and adaptive, but those definitely got a buff. Increased damage by 5%. Is this in PvP? What the fuck? Increased blast radius. Increased damage versus bosses and champions by 30%. This could be good. Le Monarch is too impressive when combined. Okay. We've introduced a 60 resilience gate on killing a gun. Increased poison tick damage versus AIs by 50%. Change the poison damage type from burn to poison. Okay. Lorenz Driver can be difficult to fight against in PvP, in part because it does very high body shot damage. Reduce body shot damage against players by 20%. I think that's a good change. I think they should do more. Skyburner's Oath. Increased ADS projectile speed. Okay, Skyburner's Oath could go crazy here. Has the airborne effectiveness stat of 35 in-game. The last word very differently on mouse and keyboard than it does in controller, but the disparity needs to be changed, or it doesn't need to be that large. We're keeping an eye on this one. Reduce the mouse and keyboard recoil penalty from 33 to 20. Okay. Arbalist. Reduce damage. Okay, Grand Overture. These are all like PvE changes, it looks like. Oh no, Lord of Wolves. It's kind of a shotgun, but it has its own custom tuning. It wasn't impacted by the previous shotgun changes. It was way too strong with shotguns and fuse rifles getting reduced. Reduced damage fall start, but okay, that's good. Love that. I don't know what I guess we'll see what the airborne accuracy stat is on this thing. Increased ADS animation speed scaler for special weapons, primary, okay. Opening shot, reduced damage fall off scaler, removed damage fall off scaler. Increased range shot bonus from 20 to 25. Full choke has been the go-to magazine perk forever. Magazine. With this change, other magazine options should be competitive. Okay, here we go. Increased spread. Narrows the spread a little less. Alright, smoothbore. Reduced spread angle. Desperado. Increase the fire recovery scaler. Doesn't fire as fast with perk active. Okay. Air assault. What the fuck is that? What guns have air assault on it? I don't think I've even seen a weapon with air assault on it before. Reduce the damage bonus from shotguns to 30 to 20. Okay, so they nerfed Adagio on like slugs. Nice. Wait, more weapon talk. Alright. Weapons leaving pools at the beginning of Season 17 include Finality, Sniper, Finite Impactor. Okay. Alright. I'm cool with these weapons leaving. Oh, no. No! Oh, they can't do this. They can't. No! This is a war crime. How the I put 33 hours in and got one rangefinder hand cannon, Bungie. God fucking damn it! And then you remove it? Oh, you fuckers. That is actual war crimes. No, man. They better add another 140. And one of them, there better be an Adept 140. I'm gonna be so mad if there's not a good Adept 140. Oh, they're eating me up. They're just eating me alive right now. Okay, icing bolts have been increased. Time barricades. Okay, nice. Nice! That's actually good. That is what they need to do. They need to nerf Bastion. That was like the only thing that really needed to be nerfed. Offensive Bulwark now provides 60% less grenade. Okay, those are good changes. Very good. Renewal Grass got nerfed. I don't see anything about Loreley Splendor anywhere. Where is that? Okay, look, they inadvertently nerfed Loreley Splendor because they made like the Sunspot 15% instead of 20. So I won't be able to one-hit. Never mind. Well equipped, increase the base cooldown from 62 to 152. That's good. The outgoing damage penalty applied to players reduced from 50 to 20. Okay, that's good. Okay, I don't think I care about any of this. Alright, those are all the changes. Overview of the TWAB. Really good. Honestly, I think it's good that they're like giving us more control about like how to build our character and stuff. I hate that Adept Palindrome's not coming back next season. I was gonna grind it. I hope to God that they introduce a new energy weapon or like new Adept hand cannon that I can grind for that's a 140 in either Trials. Please don't do it in Gambit. Please don't do that to me. Just Trials or like Strikes. Don't put it in Gambit. Whatever you do, I swear to God. Anyway, that will conclude the video. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.